within that 6 weeks holiday where he was 8 years of age playing out on the estate,
Yeah.
I grew up on. Do you know what I mean? But he had 2 knives pulled on him by 2 different people, a bit older, but only 10-year-olds and 13-year-olds, 12-year-olds.
I think this
pulling knives on 8-year-old kids. Bear in mind, my son's like this big, he's only tiny.
These kids are next level. They'll stab you. They won't think of...
Don't I see him in the local once a year? How are you, mate? Oh, hello.
Well, just before-
Very
just
polite, but
before
there's
voting.
nothing materialised off you.
Yeah.
You told me, I've done him a video, yeah? Vote for my man. £1 million going into knife crime. Where is it, bro? I'm the biggest Birmingham anti-knife crime campaigner there is. Yeah, of course. Gonna fight their army champion, yeah, from Hunter's Moon car park to Sierra Leone on a beach, mate. Yeah, Sam. Yeah, anywhere in the world, give me a couple of grand, yeah, I'll fly my family out, come over, I'll have straighteners in anywhere in the world, bro. Do you know what I mean? Just for an holiday, like.
The Central Club.
What's going on, people? Welcome to the Central Club. This episode is brought to you by Re-Inspire Printing. If you haven't already, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the club, and hit the bell button to be notified of future content. Social media is a dangerous place. It's a world where, without context, it can make or break you. And in this day and age where censorship and cancellation has become fashionable, your first impressions can be everything to the world that's watching. Now, although this is true, it does have a flip side. And self-promotion through content creation gives you a platform to have your say for however long you like. And today's guest is a perfect example of how to do this. If you're not from Brum, but you've seen this man in mainstream media, it's more than likely it's been in a negative light. Violent bully comes to mind. If you're from Brum or local to this man, you will say something totally different, and stuff like that is untrue. And today, in Central Club fashion, we're going to give it to himself in his own words, and I warmly welcome Ginge from Shardend.
How are you, brother? You all right, yeah?
I'm okay, how are you?
Yeah, I'm good, thank you, brother.
I hope that intro
Nice.
was okay for you, bro.
Yeah, I'm all right, man.
What I'm trying to say is, without reading off a script, is if I was, not privy to what you do or followed you on social media, and I seen the articles that I've come across, I would think that you were just a nasty person, a violent person, and that's the problem with social media in this day and age. Like, things get taken out of context, and people just make quick judgments, sudden judgments of people.
Yeah.
What we do on the Central Club is try to change those perceptions and give people their chance to speak. And I know you do that amazingly on your platform, and I love what you do, mate. So that's why I've brought you on today, and I hope that makes sense.
No, it's a pleasure, mate. It's a pleasure.
Yeah, thank you for coming, bro.
No, nice one, man. Nice one.
How was your journey?
Long, man. A bit of rain, and that's it, man. It's to Wales. It's a mission. Get to London within an hour from Birmingham. Cardiff, you're talking 2.5 easy.
That's
2.5, 3 hours, man.
That's still not that bad compared to if you went to Liverpool, would Liverpool be closer to?
I don't know, but it feels like it's closer. Do you know what I mean?
It's
Every
'cause
time
it's
I've come
Wales.
to Cardiff, it's like I've gone abroad. No, I'm only messing.
No, mate. Honestly, it's a pleasure to have you down, man. And I love watching your videos, bro. I think one thing that there should be more in the world, which you've certainly got, is confidence.
No,
and not giving a fuck.
Yeah.
Would you agree there or what?
Yeah, I don't care, mate, to be honest.
Yeah.
Especially about the trolls and whoever's online got something to say about me. Like, I don't care. Like, I'm the type of geezer to out your nan across the road with a shopping. Do you know what I mean? So when someone's got a bad thing to say about me online and that, I'm like, yeah, safe, mate.
Yeah.
Say it to my face, like.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah,
Like,
of course.
it don't happen.
It don't
Do you know
happen.
what I mean? So the amount of trolls you get when it comes... I've had people slag me off over the internet and then ask me for a photo. Well, hold on a minute, I've seen you slagging me off on Facebook.
I think that's the problem, isn't it? Like, I think people don't think that you would clock. Like, people think you're stupid.
Yeah,
people think they can say that, that barrier of social media. It's so fickle.
The safety behind the phone, like.
Nah, he won't remember. He won't know that's me.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Innit?
Yeah.
Because I'll be honest, even back in the day when, I put my 2 pence worth on things, and, if I actually seen that person, I probably, I'm not saying nasty things. I mean, just in general, if I said something that, You know, I don't know. Maybe in person, I wouldn't act that way, and that's me being real, like, do you know what I mean?
Nah,
So
of course, yeah.
I can imagine what people say and how they think they can get away with it in person. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I
You-
wouldn't do anything anyway, just for, you know what
It's
I
just
mean?
a little like, all right, mate.
Yeah, just like, say it to my face, mate.
Yeah, yeah. No, thank you. Well, yeah, you know, everything now is labels and titles. You know, what people do.
Yeah.
How would you title yourself?
I'm a man of many talents, yeah. Anything and everything. If I can sell it, I'll sell it. I sell sand to Arabs and ice to Eskimos. That's what I'm trying to do. Do you know what I mean? Like, I've got a calf what I've took on. Never ran a calf before. It's probably the hardest thing I've ever had to do in life. But I've got people coming all over the country there supporting. Obviously, in the last couple of months, because it's January, February, everyone's broke, credit crunch, all that's going on. So it ain't making me no money, put it that way, do you know what I mean? But I'm sticking there, getting up every day, making sure it's running. Do you know what I mean? So my family's got a future in the end, do you know what I mean? Named it Shelby's after my latest born child. So yeah.
Proper Brummie.
Yeah.
Was that named after like the Peaky Blinders? And
Kind of, like, it's a bit of both. And it was like the name Shelby. Obviously, it's ringing. There's the whole series about Shelbys and that, do you know what I mean? And I named my youngest daughter little Shelby, little ginger girl, and that. She melts my heart. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then we named it after her.
Do you know what? That's beautiful. And I think maybe without, you know, you probably did know, you know, you probably knew this anyway, but it's almost perfect with the name Shelby's. You say it's like, you know, people coming from all over the country. I assume that's because of you and your social media presence and stuff, but also the name Shelby's, it is a Tory, you know,
100%.
if it's in Birmingham, it's called Shelby's. People would want to go to that cafe.
Yeah, because you got pubs and all that. So what the Peaky Blinders what has done for Birmingham has done wonders, do you know what I mean? It has.
You've noticed that, you know.
I think so. There's a lot of things with Shelby's, Peaky Blinder pubs, and there's all sorts. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because Birmingham's not really seen in a big light compared to like London. Do you know what I mean? It's always London stuff, but yeah, it's nice to just. It was heavy back in Birmingham back them days. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
you think it's
man.
heavy now? You know,
Yeah.
watching that, it's like, fucking hell, it was heavy.
Yeah.
You know. So going back to your calf, like, I gotta take my hat off to you for that, mate. And like you said, it ain't making you no money right no at the moment, but again, that's another problem I think in this day and age is everything's instant gratification. People think, you know, you put money into something. So you know, let's for example, let's talk about someone growing a crop. They put money into something and they think that in a couple of months' time they're going to get that back. Or if you
That
know,
ain't gonna happen, man.
That's not how it goes,
It's
isn't
not
it?
gonna happen.
But I think that the real goal out of it is that purpose. It is for you to get up every day and do something.
100%. I want to be seen in a different light as well, so I can be able to sit on a table with counsellors, with people who are in positions of power and go, well, I'm a local business owner. I see what the local business needs and stuff like that. Do you know what I mean? So it's more like putting myself on a chessboard. Do you know what I mean? I don't want to be saying, he's a doll dosser. He's been at the job centre for the last 10 years. What's he doing with his life? Do you know what I mean? How can we... Like, how can anyone see this guy doing anything? Do you know what I mean? When I turn this calf, couldn't get £80 a day through the till, and now turn it into a successful business. I'm very successful keeping it open because how crap it was, no customers coming in. Do you know what I mean? I'm lucky to still have it open.
Yeah.
I've only got the next couple of months of hardship now to get through, and then we're on fire. Do you know what I mean?
Well, you know, I think in this day and age, mate, it's hard anyway to keep open a business. Interest rates, you know, they're going through the roof.
People don't
you look on high
realise.
streets, and shops are empty.
Yeah, and that's everywhere you go. Even I'm coming to Wales now, or Cardiff, sorry. Coming to Cardiff, and there's like, come and see my mate, there's one barber's open, there's another two what are shut. All the shops are shut.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's the same in Birmingham, it's everywhere.
I think the sad thing about that is people. It's not like people don't want to have a business. It's not like people don't want to have a shop. You know, we've had to leave our studio, unfortunately, because of the interest rates. And, you know, we were paying nice money to them as well.
Yeah.
You know, after the year's time, they want to go up, these greedy landlords, and you know, business is dying. The shops are looking derelict, you know, and people, you know, it's having a massive effect on people all over.
People don't realise that you can buy a piece of bacon, yeah, and then put it on your price list. Oh, yeah, you've doubled your money on that or whatever, but what comes out of it, you probably don't even earn 10% off it. So then you've got to basically do thousands of sandwiches a week to earn a couple of £100 at the end. And I ain't even got to that level yet, do you know what I mean? So I ain't even making me no money at the minute, do you know what I'm saying?
People don't think that, do they? They
Yeah,
think
they just
whatever
think,
goes through your till is
he's
yours.
doing well, he's got a calf, he's doing really well. He'd be doing better if you come in, mate.
Do you have that, like, you know, I've been guilty of this as well in the past. Yo, so-and-so, let's go to his shop, we'll get a cheap baguette. Like, people think, and I've been guilty of this, people think because your mate got a business, you're going to get a deal rather than putting money in their pockets. Yeah. You should be there.
Nah,
if not,
don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. You get the odd people come along. Oh, this should be free. I'm your mate. You've never once bought a ticket to my fight, so don't worry about being mates. I know ya. Do you know what I mean? But realistically, yeah, I have got a lot of the lads, coming and supporting me who I've got to thank. You know what I mean? The lads are there on the man and they're coming to my shop every day. They can go to Harmony Cash. You know what I mean? And people are travelling to come, and people on the man. So I have got the support of a lot of people, but then at the same time, I can't really sit there and dwell on, I ain't seen him come, because he might be struggling with his bills and that, bro. So I ain't going to sit there and go, how come he ain't come? He's meant to be my mate, because I know what it's like to not have no money at the minute, do you know what I mean? Because I'm broke, innit? I ain't going to sit here and pretend it's a really good life. I'm going through loads of money, you'll always see there, but by the end of the day, there's nothing there. There's more bills going out than what's coming in. Do you know what I mean? And that's been like that for a couple of years now. Do you know what I mean? Because I've tried to turn this straight life. I want to do a straight life, show everyone else, let's do it proper. It's the hardest thing possible. Do you know what I mean? And then you wonder why people do what they do.
Do what they do. I think one of the worst things this like done my head right in is the tax. You know, doing your own tax, filing your own taxes. You know, this podcast is a business, like, do you know what I mean? I have to do that, and I think there's no wonder why people just do their own little thing off the radar, stay away from that shit, because we get fucked over left, right and centre by things like that. And I know that's what we got to do and you know, you're right, it's legit, it's proper, that's how you do things, but there's no wonder why people turn to drugs.
Well, obviously, I've got 4 kids I have, do you know what I mean? So I live in a mad household, do you know what I mean? I wouldn't change it for the world, do you know what I mean? But where was I going with it? Oh, I can't remember where I was going.
Financial fucking...
Yeah, so basically, like, it's hard for... but no, that's what I'm saying. So you see the working man who gets up, works 10, 12 hours a day, I got a job I did. And I got a job in a warehouse on a building site, And by the end of the week, I was sacrificing 40 to 50 hours a week. After I paid the school dinners, all of that, because you get all that took off, you got to pay all your rents and all of that sort of stuff. You end up with 40, 50 quid. So basically, you work for £1 an hour, or you sign on and play Xbox all day. Do you know what I mean? And be broke, because you can work 50 hours a week and still not benefit from it. Do you know what I mean?
Well, not just that. Some people would think, you know, rather than they could still play Xbox, but they also can still do some sort of hustle on the side as well. You know, that's the other thing.
You only get so far, though. You're never gonna. You just
no, of course. But you see, that's why why people go down that route, and until it's too late for some people.
Then you're in your 50s, and you're like, oh,
yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Going back to the local business thing as well. One thing that I've always seen it as is, say like someone's got a clothing brand, and. You know, but like, you know, you see people, they want to be flossed out in the latest Nike tracksuit. Your boy's got a clothing brand. Like, you're putting money into this big fucking business, right? You know, it's billions of pounds worth, Nike, innit? Why not just buy a trackie off your boy, like, do you know what I mean? Help his business.
So listen, to be honest, none of my mates' clothes was washed this morning, do you know what I mean? So I would be shouting out Bud Berry right about
I'm not trying to dig you out there.
But listen,
you know what I'm saying,
I'm one of them. I've got a Nike tracksuit on, but I go to Resorts World and grab a bargain. I'm not that guy. I don't care what colour it is. I don't care what I really don't care anymore. I've been through that stage of my life where I've bought clothes for expensive.
Yeah, we all love our clothes.
Everyone likes to look good and everyone likes to look nice, but I don't rate the £1,500 pair of trainers, because what you could do with that money in somewhere else, I'd have a lot more. I'd feel a lot better about it, even if I just give it to a charity of any kind. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, and it's interesting when you just said about working in a warehouse, and you didn't really break it down to how much money you made. It was how many hours you spent in a week.
Yeah, so the money I ended up with at the end was like £40. But I was left with myself after all the bills.
Yeah.
So you're better off struggling with all the time in the world. Like, go and deal with that woman at the desk at the job centre. Yeah, you done me over. I was meant to have 12 months of use, and look, wanted all my receipts and everything, and done me over. I'm on my arse now. Do you know what I mean?
Just you know, Ginge from Shardend, for a proper Brummie. You know, you're the typical stereotype to be on benefit. You know, Benefit Street Britain that was based in Birmingham. You know, you're that stereotype. So for you to break that mold, you know, for being portrayed as a bully on fucking a viral video, to break that mold, to provide for your kids, to be out there as to try and inspire people, whether that's through fitness, whether that's through, you know, taking your top off and showing your derby and not giving a fuck and inspiring someone, or whether that's starting up a cafe. Like, you are changing that, and that's what it's all about.
No, so I'm not, do you know what it is? I've not always looked like one of them Benefit Street geezers. Like, I haven't been that guy, do you know what I mean? I've always had dough, I've always made money and stuff like that. But then obviously going down the legal route and everything, it's changed, bruv. And because I'm staying stuck to my guns and with my morals and that, I'll be the broke guy for a bit. Do you know what I mean? But doing what I'm doing, there is, man, I've earned 10 grand out of a fucking boxing fight before. Do you know what I mean?
Amazing, yeah.
So it can be done. Do you know what I'm saying? But it don't last long. Do you know what I mean? When you got kids and all that to run, you know what I'm saying, bro? It's just life itself with the bills and that. It's not a lot of money
stress
anymore.
as well, isn't it? Like, it's
I don't like to pretend. There's a lot of people on here who just pretend on Instagram and that. Pretend they've got money. Pretend they're multimillionaires. Pretend they've got loads of dough. I ain't that guy with, you know what I mean? I ain't going to have a 10 grand car and not have a tenner to put in the petrol tank. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm not that guy.
You're right, mate.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
I'd rather have a full tank in a...
Yeah.
You know,
I'll get out the car looking in between her. Don't care what car you got. Get out my little car with me in between with my boys in. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
standard.
Forget you in your gangster car, like. Do you know what I mean?
Standard.
Doesn't interest me.
Okay then, well, you know, I think maybe just to kind of go back a bit, like, you know, to that video, like...
On the Hunter's Moon.
The video of you in the sun, in the papers, when you're down the pub, like, what was that all about?
Without going into too much detail, one of my family members was getting a bit picked. I don't even want to say it. Like, he was just getting abused, basically. Do you know what I mean? And basically, I've gone up there to try and, like, say, leave him alone. Do you know what I mean? And he just excelled from there, because it doesn't matter how many people was there. He just didn't give a fuck. The geezer didn't. So it just ended up being a fisticuff thing, and a couple of my mates joined in. I wore my heart on my sleeve. I didn't realise I got filmed, because anything what ever happened in the past, no one would film, because that's grass. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? If it's going off, and someone pulls a phone out, that's the grass. Two people who are fighting need to turn on the cunt with the phone for views. I'm serious.
Have you seen that video?
There's grass in. So that's what happened. It went viral. Yeah, across the whole entire world. When I mean it went viral, I got mafia geezers in fucking Hong Kong and that. You get me?
You what?
Got mafia in Hong Kong going, yes, Ginge from Shardend. I got them from Australia. I've got people who was in Thailand, and all the toys was in the boozers and everything, all watching it. Do you know what I mean? It went viral. Australia, it was on World Star, America. But because I was always on a Nokia, I didn't know how to I didn't know how to use an internet phone, so I couldn't capitalise on it when it was hot.
Yeah. You could have spun your own narrative on that.
Yeah. So basically, I was in my mate's van, Balze. He's my very good friend. He's a music producer.
Yeah,
biggest in the game. Yeah. So I was sitting in the van there once, and obviously, it was like proper, like, I had a witch hunt. Oh, who's this Ginge from Shardend? I've got geezers in the army going, give me £1,000 for his address. I thought, that cheap, you cunts. Well, I must spend more than £1,000 to do me. And basically, fucking, I just done a video about a week later, like, listen, I don't apologise to anybody, mate. I'm Ginge from Shardend. Fuck that. Do you know what I mean? And then a few people in that, like, the first major person who, like, you know, says, you know what, Ginger's a real one, was, Gus Khan on It's not Gus Clan, is it? What's his name, man? The comedian on BBC. Mo Bean, man like Mo Bean. So he was a top actor and that, do you know what I mean? And he's gone, yeah, Ginger's all right, he is. And then from then, I just kept doing videos and that, do you know what I mean? And it just come from there, innit? And people started liking me. But the thing is, what I've got to say as well, when I've got all this witch hunt and that after me, or who's this Ginge? I had thousands of people who I probably didn't even spoke to for like 10 years or whatever, everyone through my life and that, all arguing my case on Facebook. Do you know what I mean? I had hundreds, the whole manor, everyone who's ever known me. So, nah, Ginger's all right, bro.
Yeah, of course.
Know what I mean? I'm one of them geezers, you're in the pub and that, and you're getting bullied or picked on or the orders or anything. I'm gonna stand up. Do you know what I mean? No matter how hard or the geezers, do you know what I mean? Yeah. Certain things I can't do. I'm no gangster, bro. I'm nothing ever to even aspire in that way. Any type of way. Never have been, never will be.
Buddies, innit?
Yeah.
You'll
But I fight and when it goes off and it goes down and that, I'm always there on the line, like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, standard.
But I never portray any kind of gangster shit. That ain't me. I'm just a nice geezer in your boozer, bit of the Jack the Lad. That was about it. But I don't really drink anymore. Like, I do drink now and then, but it's not like I'm not in the pub. I used to be a pub man every day in the boozer all through my younger life and that. I lived in a pub. Yeah. Rough.
You grew up in a pub, didn't you?
Right, nah, I didn't grow up in there. It was just more like it was my local boozer, mates running it. Need some younger lads in there to make sure the pub sound like, do you know what I mean?
And what kind of pub was this on the estate?
It was an estate pub where to people a bit cliquey, do you know what I mean? If you're not from there, they'll be looking in there. As soon as you go in, the old people in there will be looking, who the fuck's that dodgy cunt? Not to do anything, do you know what I mean?
No, that's how it goes. Like, if it's a stranger, it's because the away football teams come to have a couple of sandwiches after the game. Other than that, if a random mob comes in, you're like...
This is the thing. Where the pub was based, it was like... There's no football there. Do you know what I mean? So if you come in there, like it's in an estate in the back roads of. Do you know what I mean?
Is this in Shardend?
Yeah.
What was the pub called?
It's called the Brook Meadow, man.
Nice.
It's called the Brook Meadow. So I've done all my younger years there. I think from about 19 to about 20, or probably a bit younger, 18. I lived in there. Bit of a madness, fighting every weekend, all sorts. Yeah. So you can't even remember half of it. I've been in shopping centres. You got trouble over there, Ginge. I don't remember him, mate. He's all fucking senior. I fucking don't remember him. But you know, one of them, like, basically, yeah. I don't even know what to say. I moved into a crack house at 16. Moved from my mum's. Good house, good home.
You come from a good family, you know,
yeah. And I just one of them kids. I just had to go. I don't know what it was. It was like a free bird, like, do you know what I mean? Yeah. Out in the morning at 7. I won't get in until I had to. Do you know what I mean? All through a kid. So I lived a bit thingy from there.
Did you ever go down that road of like drugs and stuff?
Nah, because the whole area was fucked on it. So it was like my generation.
Lessons learned.
Nah, my generation missed the boat. Don't get me wrong. You have a few stragglers. I've had my own mates. Like a couple of years ago, turned to fucking crack and everything. And these are people who are fucking, I've stood on.
Staunch people,
Yeah, and I've stood on staunch for them in certain situations. Do you know what I mean? And then they end up turning into druggies. I'm like, fucking hell. You know what I mean? Meant to be one of my right-hand men there, do you know what I mean? Yeah. Gone to the drugs, like, so it does happen, do you know what I mean? But yeah, my generation kind of missed it. If I was a bit older, on my area, definitely I would have been a smackhead, bruv. Definitely. 100%.
You think you're confident about it,
Yeah, because it just skipped the area. It skipped my generation.
Well, I think the generation
before was getting it sold to them as kids on my area.
Yeah.
So you've got kids.
How old are you?
I'm only 34.
Yeah, well, I think the generation above you, the first generation of people who use smack, you know, in their 40s, maybe even
50s,
50s, that was quite a hip thing to do, like back then. Like, I mean,
I know.
If you had heroin, like, you know, because it wasn't about really. Yeah. Coke's always, you know, Coke was here, but heroin was like chic, innit? You know, it was like Oasis, Blur.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Obviously, they turned into fucking scruff bags off it. Yeah. But you know, if you had heroin at first and you was like, where'd you? You know, it was hard to come by.
Basically, it was like a fucking weed back in the area. Like back in the day, like they was getting sold to kids. Wow. So there's kids in senior schools and that, year 7s, year 8s, year 9s. and they've been getting
swag.
sold it, and they didn't know what they was doing. They was just thought, yeah, it's a bit of weed or whatever. Do you know what I mean? And then that's what it was. That's what I've been told. Do you know what I mean? I've missed that generation. We all knew not to touch it. Do you know what I mean? Oh, you touched that, you die. Fuck off, mate. The cunt's still a zombie from the 90s. He's still alive, but he's a zombie.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? That's the reality of it. Do you know what I mean? They go, oh, don't touch that, you die. Listen, them geezers have been on that for years, mate, but they're just living zombies, bro.
Their immune system.
Yeah, they're just zombies, bro. Do you know what I mean? So
Is was you good in school and that or anything like?
nah, dyslexic, but could barely read them right. Good talker and that.
Yeah.
I've done all my school though. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, I got a few teachers liked me. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, you're a lovable rogue.
Yeah. A few teachers liked me, so I got to go on my prom and that. And half the other
Was you
kids
always a good guy as well?
Nah.
Was you fat?
I was always skinny, small. About year 9, I was a fat kid. And then I started smoking weed and that, and I ended up going a bit tall and skinny. Then I ended up being fat again. I still ain't shook it all off, to be honest. Since December, it's gone all tits up again. I've put a few stone back on. I'll get it off. Yeah.
Yo, by the way, we got Kudgy in the background. Obviously,
And my boy Creamy as well.
yeah. Shout out to the both of them. Obviously, Kudgy, a lot of people will know he's a Cardiff boy anyway. He does his thing. I just want to give you a big shout out, really, Kudgy.
Yeah, man.
Maybe one.
Yeah.
Go back out.
Top man, mate. He's one of my good friends, man.
Yeah, maybe you want to just run it through on you, how you met, like, you know, because you messaged me.
Met through social media, and we just talked for that long. Do you know what I mean? So it was like, and don't forget, I'm talking to 5, 6 of the lads from Cardiff as well. So the whole group of lads, you know, everyone who knows each other. So it was like, obviously, after years of talking to people, you end up getting to know them. So he's come down. We had a fucking banging night out in Broad Street. Fucking, it was good, mate. It was good, man. Yeah.
You was his photographer. Why didn't you say it? Come and tell him what he's like. What's he like in Birmingham?
Oh, it's crazy, man. Basically, this one here, yeah. I ended up going up to the see Ginge. Loco was MCing in where was it too? The Birmingham O2 we went to, didn't it? So I went to Ginge's yard. We went to your local pub, didn't we, first for a couple of drinks? Yeah. And then we went down to Broad Street. And then he had me like the photographer down. Everyone asked for photos, and I started trying to charge $5. You know what I mean? The pennies.
Should we be charging people for this? It's not fucking that.
Do you know what's funny though is because like I was saying earlier, like a Kudgy in Cardiff is like the version of you. Like everyone loves Kudgy. He's known for just being known. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's like me, man. I will never portray to be some big hard man and that, because that ain't me, bruv. Do you know what I mean? I'm just man of the people, do you know what I mean? Whoever is known or whatever, they're probably my mates, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, the real people, real good people and that, they're my mates, you know what I mean? I don't have no rats or snides and thing, because I went, you know, that typical got into the wrong crowd. I done all of that very young, do you know what I mean? So, I don't have no shit. I don't have no wrong and things go wrong. If my mate's doing a wrong thing there, you don't be doing that around me. Don't think you can associate yourself around me.
Stay away from negative people,
I mean?
innit?
No, it's more than negative, because if he's going out doing that, and you're hanging around with him, then you know it all comes back on you. There's people that never mess with me, like not even deal with me, won't even come my calf because of past stuff. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
yeah. Talk about confidence to me. Your confidence, like, just.
Do you know what?
Where'd you come from?
Do you know what? Being ginger, it's hard. Yeah. So no matter where you grow up in school and that, there's people at school. Oh, that Ginger's a dickhead. Do you know what I mean? He weren't nothing like that in school or whatever. You end up being tough in the end, bro. Because see, being ginger, you could be any kind of nationality or whatever. They get it hard, bro. Listen, gingers get it hard. Do you know what I mean? And it gets brushed under the table. You know, at schools and stuff like that.
You know the podcast you were just speaking about, the kid who was saying about the heroin and how he described it?
Yeah.
That's exactly how he said he really went to. Well, that's where he got his victim mentality from. He said, that's how I ended up being a druggie. He said, from being bullied. And it was because I was ginger. People don't talk about it, do they?
Yeah,
really,
they don't. Get brushed under the carpet. And then you wonder why you end up being a mad ginger then in the end.
Because there's always a mad ginger, isn't it? Like, everyone's like...
Because you end up being tough in the end.
You know when they say you're fiery and you think of red, red, it's
because-
fiery. You aren't anyway. Like,
No, this is the thing.
You don't think it
you
is?
don't know what's been said to make him go like that.
Yeah.
And then it's he's a mad ginger cunt, just like him. Fucking yeah.
He's
Fucking probably had
fighting
it all day.
He's fighting
Fucking
you,
had
isn't he?
it all day, and you've copped it. You know what I mean? But yeah, I think in the end you realise that what your capabilities are.
Yeah.
So it was more of. Before I'd have people go, nah, don't let that happen. I got picked on, bro. I got picked on hard, man. When I first started hanging around the shops and that, my own mates was mugging me off, bro. Do you know what I mean? It was only until I got to about 22, mate, and I got to my own, I become my own man, basically. Do you know what I mean? Got my kids, settling down and that. And from then, really, I just wouldn't have any shit.
It's now you wear it as a badge of honour now. It's even in your name.
Yeah, but you
Ginge from
had to be
Shardend.
tough, bro, because everyone's the same, innit? Do you know what I mean? Like, everyone bleeds the same. Do you know what I mean? At the end of the day, so who's capable of doing more? Do you know what I mean? Like, what are you willing to do? What are you willing to sacrifice? How far are you willing to go?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, that was a mentality I kind of had in the end, because it's like, hold on a minute, I ain't having you. Do you know what I mean? Like one of them, and you just stand for it. But I don't shit on people.
Yeah, but you think
so I
even
don't
like
get in trouble either.
Do you think these people, though, like your mates, you even said, do you even think they really knew the consequences or the effect it was having on you? Like, do you
No,
think?
because I'm glad. I'm glad because they won't fucking dare say anything now. Do you know what I mean? Them same people who picked on me as a
You're
kid,
thankful
as
for
my
that?
brand. Yeah, because how are you today? You can't get your fucking tongue out my ass. Oh, you're doing well, ain't ya? Fuck off. Straight up, bro. Do you know what I mean? They've turned it into that. Do you know what I mean? They've made I'm glad. I'm glad, and people need to be tough. We're in a world now and no one's tough anymore. Do you know what I mean? I go to my dad. I always get in trouble, mate. So I got brought to the house the once crying, oh, they're doing me, Dad. My dad belted me round the head, mate. Fucking kicked me out their fucking house. Fight the biggest one now, crying. Crying and that, brother. Went out there and had it with the biggest one. They couldn't run off. Do you know what I mean? It works. But then your mum will turn around and go and tell the teacher that don't help. It doesn't help, man. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
What helps was the old clip round here, get out there and fight the biggest one. And that's one of the things that will always stick with me.
Okay, then. So this is good to
Still
talk about.
Still took me years to think
You're not
it.
just going to become like
Yeah.
hard. You have to build those fucking that toughness, don't you? Do you know what I mean?
I've
After
been
so
in
many
multiple situations, which I don't really want to go into and stuff like that, because I don't want to bring anyone else into scenarios and that. Do you know what I mean? But I've been in multiple situations where life threatening and in danger, and you've had to fight out of a situation. If you don't fight now, you can potentially be killed or crippled. Do you know what I mean? That's happened many a times. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I don't feel like I need to go into scenarios, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Talking about, your old man, that's what he done, and, no one's tough no more. Do you do the same for your kids now? I'm not saying
allowed
whack
to,
your
bro.
kids.
Nah,
no,
like,
but
I try.
how do you discipline your kids? How do you bring
I
them
can't,
up?
bro. It's hard, bro, because as a man now, you can't just go and discipline your kid because you got your missus
Social
down your neck.
services.
Don't do that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Nah,
social
don't even
services
worry
as well.
about them. But
The
don't even
missus.
want to argue with the miss. Go on, let him do that. And then next thing you know, when my son ends up not listening and stuff like that, because his dad can't, discipline him. Do you know what I mean? And that's happening everywhere. I'm not just on about myself and that. Do you know what I mean? I love my son and that, but there's no fear. Do you know what I mean? I fucking feared my dad. Do you know what I mean? Like, no, your dad's coming home now. Fucking hell. And that was good, but I don't think kids fear the dad coming home now. Do you know what I mean? No, your dad's coming home now. I'm fucking being naughty for your mum. None of that now. Do you know what I mean? My son will probably go, fuck him. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but would that make him? Does that mean he's tougher then, and he's not afraid of you?
No, because what happens in the end, you have undisciplined children becoming undisciplined adults.
And if they don't respect you, who the fuck are they going to respect, innit?
Not saying you don't respect me and that, but I'm just it's on a big scale, and like the kids ain't got there's no authority, there's no respecting the elders. You know what I mean? There's nothing like that.
Are you having kids? How many? You got 4?
I got 4.
Are you worried about the next generation of where things are going?
100%, mate. My son, yeah. I'm known. I've lived on my area all my life on the estate. My son has started letting him out because I want my son to have because obviously a lot of kids don't play out.
No, you
front
want him
anymore.
out, don't you?
Yeah, I want him out playing and that. And he was at 8 years of age. Within that 6 weeks holiday where he was 8 years of age playing out. Yeah, and there's probably people here watching this going, how can you let your child out at 8 years of age? Listen, I went to town. I was going 9-10 miles on a bus to town with my mates, like at them ages.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So we can play around the park, around the corner on the estate.
Yeah.
I grew up on. Do you know what I mean? But he had 2 knives pulled on him by 2 different people, a bit older, but only 10-year-olds and 13-year-olds, 12-year-olds.
I think this
pulling knives on 8-year-old kids. Bear in mind, my son's like this big, he's only tiny. Do you know what I mean? And like there's things like that, what's happening?
Well, this is where like it kind of confuses me, or where I can't put my finger on it, yeah, right? On one hand, you've got, you know, this generation, these kids, they're not even tough no more. They're fucking soft. They're going to be this, they're going to be that. Our world's fucking crumbling. But on the other hand, these kids are next level. They'll stab you. They won't think up.
I know, but
it's
there's
like, it's like
do you know what it is, though?
I can't put my finger on.
Do you know what it is? The reality is there's nothing tough about a knife, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah? There's nothing tough about it, mate. Do you know what I mean? There's not, that don't make you hard, bro. It make you feared. You can get probably people might fear you because you're quick to use a blade and that. But there's nothing brave about it. Like, but what's brave, yeah, is going into a fight knowing that you might lose, mate, and having a ding dong. That's what's brave. Yeah, you know what? At the end, you know what? He had no chance of winning in the first place, but guess what? He got in there and had it. He had it. Do you know what I mean? Regardless if it's in a ring or on the street or whatever, you just have a punch up like the old geezers and have a fucking drink after. Do you know what I mean? People who are willing to fight and fight back and that, most bullies don't really bother with them. Do you know what I mean? It's only when you show them the fear, they will take full advantage of it. Do you know what I mean? So when you fucking stand there and go, hold on a minute, but then you've got some crazy cunt who'll just stick you anyway. So where'd you go with it? But the thing is, there's nothing brave about it, like, do you know what I mean?
Nothing tough about it.
Nothing tough about it, do you know what I mean? What's tough is getting in there, getting in the ring and
You're
doing
right,
a bit.
mate.
Knives down, gloves up, that's what I represent, do you know what I mean?
You just shut that fucking that question right up there,
Nah,
mate. And you put it
nice
sweetly,
one.
man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Just quickly, you said about gloves down, eyes up. Choose a life, not a life. He lives in Birmingham, don't he? Know,
Yeah.
Have you ever seen him about?
I've seen him, says hello, and that's as far as it went.
Is
like,
it?
do you know what I mean?
But I've seen him.
It's funny as fuck, he is. It's funny as fuck, but I don't know the ins and outs of what, do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
I got told the family's fucking mad, like, and it's, I don't know, do you know what I mean? But yeah, he seems like a fucking, seems like a good character, bro. Like,
Yeah, definitely. Well, we had a conversation, you were saying about, like, Birmingham itself, you want to give back to your community and stuff.
Yeah.
You wanted to go into counselling or something, you said,
So, basically, since I started this thing on the internet, yeah, I've been doing the knives down, gloves up, yeah, and basically between me and my mates, no big promotions, nothing like that, just me and my mates getting together and putting on these events, and they're massive. Now, we can get that many heads in a room, yeah. It might have trouble. They might not even like each other, yeah. But there's no trouble because of the event, what it's doing for Birmingham. It's a knives down, gloves up event, yeah. And we're keeping it like to show the youngers, put things aside and do it the right way. Do you know what I'm saying? But
Take your note, you. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I mean. But that what it is, it's the respect level. So, if you're doing it for a charity.
Well, this is important. I mean, I just want to come in by you on this because I think it is important because obviously you've been doing road rumbles as well, haven't you?
Yeah, of course. Well, Ginge knows the score.
Yeah,
like you said, the respect there in Birmingham for it is like we put these events on them and we gives back to the community in Cardiff and what, like for the people who have passed away even.
Yeah.
People's families who are dead there, right? They're dead. And these people are turning up, having a couple of patties, a couple of drinks, and all thinking they're Rocky Balboa and causing murder. There's no respect. Like you said there, you get respect up there. It's probably more crazy up there as well.
Yeah,
There's more gangbangers, whatever.
That's why
they're all behaving. And these boys down here can't behave. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, because
it's just like it's a message.
do you know what
them.
it is? A lot of the time, it is over fucking some shithead causing it, and then he's with him, and it escalates. But I do think like people I think with what I want to do and what I want to create is more more for everyone else to get together. So let's just say now for these youngers, it's all like postcode beef and stuff like that because they live on that road or they live in that area and stuff like that. But really, if we all built up amateur boxing clubs and youth clubs and all of that, and you bring them together as communities, like, we've gone up, we're going to Spa, that area today, and it's all under control. You got your head guards on, it's amateurs, and you go, this is what happens in the amateur gyms anyway. There's just not that many of them. So my area itself is like, there's nothing there for the kids. Do you know what I mean? So it's more like bringing people together. There's no sense of community where people know each other's parents now and stuff like that. So years ago, when we probably grew up, you probably, that's what's the name, son, or that's Fingy's cousin.
You wouldn't disrespect the older because you'd be like, that's so and so's old man.
Everyone would know each other.
The kids,
no one cares because no one knows each other. Do you know what I mean? It's not like the day and age. Like before that, there was a sense of community where you'd go on to knock on your neighbours because you've run out of sugar and vice versa. There ain't none of that really going on anymore. Do you know what I mean? So there's no sense of community for anyone to even have a community. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like all these pubs and boozers was all built for a purpose.
They were the glue, weren't they?
Serve the community. Now, alcohol is dangerous, but so if you're getting rid of a community pub in any area of England and Wales or wherever, you're going to make sure, because that building was built for the community, so turn it into an amateur boxing club, or not just an amateur boxing, you can a youth
music
club,
studio.
or even for the elderly, so the elderly get to see the young kids hanging on the shops and that, and giving them some pointers and that. These kids,
rather than scaring them.
there's loads of business ideas you could be doing. Right, you got kids hanging around the shops all day. Why don't you get a whole Just Eats, Uber Eats, Deliveroos on them bikes, supply the kids with them, and doing the deliveries and earning a £5 or £4, whatever it is, delivering the takeouts. They'll be there all night making money, not hanging around on the streets. Do you know what I mean? There's all sorts of different ways to get them from stop doing it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's a lot of money getting wasted. See, like the council come round, do your house, you got to plaster this wall. It's a two-man job for 2 days, but it takes the council 3 weeks, and you're wondering why you got no money. Do you know what I mean? You got a pothole in the middle of the road. Let's lock off this road. Let's have 20 blokes sitting in a van, for an hour's worth
Pay
of
the
work.
max, Do
you know what I'm saying? And you wonder why the economy's fucked. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, there's loads of different things. There's another thing I want to go and touch on. Say there's 100 grand for a youth centre or youth clubs. Yeah. So there's 100 grand there.
Yeah.
By the time it gets to the people in the youth club, there's not even 10 grand left because it's got to pay their pockets for their offices, then their offices down there. They're all getting backhanders. Now, if you've got a council-owned building and you're doing any kind of youth stuff, with me, I know I could get a builder in there for the promotion, love to help out with the youth club, he's just gone and give him a new flooring, he's just gone and give him a new roof. This painting firm here has just gone and painted it all up
he's
for him.
He's a good guy, let's put some money in his pocket.
Yeah, and now he's got a logo, he's got a sign out there to say his business has just done that for the youth club. That can bring him thingy, but you know what happens? The council go, you can only use our people because it's all backhanders, mate. Do you know what I mean? And that's why I'm going to go for the local councillor. Do you know what I mean? And I'm going to change something, bro.
You will fucking change people's lives and your community if you continue to do this. If you are set on that,
100%.
100%. Like,
I have people come into my cafe and that, like, do you know what I mean? Upset and that. Do you know what I mean? I give them the time of day. I talk to them and that. Do you know what I mean? Try and give them some. I don't know, like they're coming to see me for advice. Young kids and that come in, like they're not coping and that. Do you know what I mean? Like it's hard, do you know what I mean? Like, and I'm there, like, listen, like, no one's coming to save you, bruv. Like, gotta be honest, mate. No one's coming to save you. You can only save yourself. And get off your ass. Go and train. And if you like, training for me does a lot. Boxing has changed my life. So I know what it can do for a lot of these kids and that who are struggling and that. Do you know what I mean? Especially with the knives. Do you know what I mean? You're walking around carrying a knife because you can't fucking fight out of a paper bag. Amen. Do you know what I mean? So learn how to fight, like not fighting to use it on the streets, but you'd have more of a confidence about yourself. You don't need to carry it.
But boxing and all that, it ain't just about fighting, is it? It's
discipline,
it's discipline, fitness, mental health, mental well-being, let's say, you
It's
know.
like families and that,
opportunities, networking, the people you meet there, you know, the camaraderie and...
It's just brilliant,
I
mate.
know, like, I've only just started going to the gym now, but you know, like when I watch, like, say, like I see, like Fayer and all that, and new boys together, like, you know, it warms my heart, but it also makes me feel I want to be a part of something like that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because you can just see, it's just so good. It can't be negative in any way possible.
No, it can't be negative. And what it is, it's like, oh, what he wants to do is get a load of kids fighting for him and all this and that. No, it's not.
Is that what they say?
That's what it's like. Yeah, that's what it's like. Don't
people.
forget. See, I tried to do this, when I was 25, So my mate, there was a bit of money for the youth and all that to get the boxing in. Now, they sent this geezer down, He reckons he knows about boxing. He man had like a couple of combinations written down, getting paid by the council. He had a picture of Ricky Hatton, like anyone can get a picture with him. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, we're trained with Ricky. Do you know what I mean? All right,
do you know what? Do you know what? It's flawed though, mate. Do you know, like you said about like third sector, you know, people who have these projects, right? They haven't got a fucking clue, right? But they know how to write bids. They know how to.
Mate, I'm so glad
they know
you
how to
brought
brown
it up.
nose.
Do you want me to tell you something? Yeah, I'm gonna go on to this, and I'm gonna tell you about the other geezer. Yeah. So I've gone to a council meeting. No, not like a Shardend meeting to see what the residents want. It's a residents meeting. So I've gone in there. There's fucking 3 old people, a couple of people who have met up with the football club because I've got them a load of sponsors. The football club, they're fucking fully behind me, backing them, and I'm backing them to make sure these kids can play on their football. Do you know what I mean? Just to help out and that with the businesses, giving them a couple of sponsors. But anyway, there's no one in this room. There's 6 people, 10 people, no more than 10 people in this room. And I'm speaking on the behalf of the community, and I've got business plans, where I can create a facility. Like I've gone into depth with it. Well, who runs this group who can get all the bids for the area? A couple who live in Bristol, or they're from Bristol, now they live on the area, wanted to tell me what's good for the area. I've given you over a week and a half now. It's been over a week. They haven't phoned me back. And these are the people who are able to get the bids to see what our area needs.
Wow.
And then basically dislodged what I'm doing. Because what I'm doing now is making a lot of noise. Do you know what I mean? So I'm going to keep doing it. And I'm very grateful of you bringing me here so I can speak up on it. But how can this man and boy from Bristol tell me, or tell anybody on my estate how what's going to be good for our estate? What's going to be good? You don't even know anyone. Name me 10 people on the estate. Do you know what I mean? Tell me 10 people on the estate. And then just shake off what I've got to say. But you'd be seeing me running as councillor, and then you'd be all wounded.
It's area planning boards and stuff.
Yeah,
mate,
man.
They decide where the money goes, and they know, it's corrupt as fuck on all levels.
So then, when I go back to when I was 25, and I tried to do this, but at the time, I was still doing other bits and bobs, you know what I mean?
And it must be hard to, it must be hard to even know how to get these things. For you to look,
100%. I'm trying my hardest, mate. So I sat down with councillors, the Ian Ward, mate. What have you done, bruv? You've gone and met me a few times, and you know what I mean? Like, you ain't done nothing, bro. Like, your time's done, mate. Time's done. I see him in the local once a year. How are you, mate? Oh, hello.
Well, just before,
very polite, but there's
voting.
nothing materialised off you.
Yeah.
You told me. I've done him a video, Vote for my man. £1 million going into knife crime. Where is it, bro? I'm the biggest Birmingham anti-knife crime campaigner there is. Who's a local business owner now? Do you know what I'm saying? So there's nothing what's going to happen unless something like myself is going to swing it, and I'm going to show the path for everyone to help their own area.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean? You've got to be loud on that, because what it is, you see the people who have got youth clubs and have got this and that can't come out and speak on camera, mate. Do you know what I mean? Because they'll have it took off them, mate. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but if you're there...
If I'm there, I can't say nothing.
No one's touching those cameras.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's what it is. I've got a massive platform.
That's how
now.
valuable you are, like, and I relate it to what I do in work as well. We're the lived experience. We're the people who know
Yeah.
What people want, and we're not saying we know what people want. We won't make those decisions for them, but we're able to have that conversation with those people who can give that answer, and people will listen to you as well.
Yeah, but with the boxing, it's discipline, yeah, and it's hard work. So if you can do that and put yourself in and have that same mentality what boxing gives you, and put it into other aspects of your life. Then it works well. Do you know what I mean? So you could just enjoy boxing, go and do it, but then use the attributes what the boxing coach gives you and attack that in your other things in life. Do you know what I mean?
So I done a program called the School of Hard Knocks back about 10 years ago. It was a Sky program. They done it in Birmingham, and it was about playing rugby. People who never worked or come out of prison or unemployed, they play rugby, and basically. The end goal is to get you into employment. But they used the rugby
there you go.
And you had Scott Quinnell, Welsh legend, and Will Greenwood, England World Cup winner. They were our coaches. And, although they just love to build a rugby side out of mad fuckers, the whole selling point of that program was to get people into employment and how to, teamwork, communicate, build CVs, and it is exactly what you're saying about boxing.
Though, do you know what I mean?
Yes. What you're saying about boxing is exactly that.
So when I was 25, my mate was a youth worker, and what there was a thing for the area where if you got 8 children in this boxing thing it's only a hall, you get them in for 8 kids for 8 weeks. Yeah, there's 40 grand of funding for the area. Yeah. So listen, second weekend, there's hardly anyone. Well, first weekend, there's hardly anyone there. I sent my little brother down with his mates and that. There was about 8 of them. There weren't too many. He's gone, Ginge, man, get involved, man. Come and help me out, like, do you know what I mean? And I've got in there, the second week I got in there, I got 59 kids in there, with all the parents. Yeah, this is before social media. Yeah, this is me going around to all my mates, going to the pub. I'll get the kids, get your mom, come down, we might get someone. Yeah. Then you had this geezer now, who's blagging that he's been trained by Ricky Hatton, He's come down, he didn't like me because I took over. Not in like I took over. I was like, come on, kids, it was all good, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then from then I couldn't walk down the road without getting harassed by old Bill and stuff like that. But at the time, it was different than now. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. The times changed now.
You matured,
do you know what I mean?
Well.
Yeah. So that was the power I could do without any social media. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, man, we're going again now.
What do you think needs to be improved in Birmingham as a city as a whole?
People coming together more, and not there's a lot of we ain't messing. There's a lot of people where things have happened in the past, and no one can let things go either. Do you know what I mean? And I'm probably just as bad as anyone else. You've done me wrong in the past, man. I ain't forgiving you, bro.
You hold a grudge, yeah?
It's not even holding a grudge. Just don't come around me, any. Do you know what I mean? That'll do. Come around me, and don't think I forgot. I don't care if it was 10 years ago. I don't, bro. Do you know what I mean? And that's what it is.
That could be anything, is it?
Yeah, and that's probably that's probably the wrong mentality to have. Do you know what I mean?
Forgiveness, Ginge.
Nah, man, because you know what it is.
Don't forget.
Yeah, but there's certain things what can't be forgiven, bro. Do you know what I mean? Okay. So,
but it sounds like everything can't be forgiven with you. I'd say that
if you do me over any kind of way and you show that finger, then that's it. And we can't really do you know what I mean? And I think that's what's going on. I think that it's that mentality there what kind of slows it down. Say he's got a problem with that person, can't really do nothing. So as a whole, Birmingham don't come together. But what I will say, this year we are going to put things together. And we're going to create a madness, and it comes with the boxing and everything in with it. My plan is to have an event hold, outdoor in the summer. If I fight, I fight. If I don't, I don't. I want to organise it either way and raise the money for the local youth club, for the football teams, and for an amateur boxing club. Now, I want to be able, I know I can bring with the right card, with the right people, I want to be able to bring a couple of thousand to generate the money. I will fight for nothing. I will give everything to the amateur boxing club, what I want to create, just to show that, it's not a money thing.
If you
know what I mean?
if you did forgive, let's say you did forgive in life,
Yeah.
certain people, or how much more do you think you could achieve?
Because then,
then
you're giving people false finger, though.
Okay,
then.
then. Okay, let's change that then. You just said about these events, and the reason why Birmingham don't come together because of these certain things. If these were forgiven, what could be achieved?
Probably a lot more, but the thing is, there's certain things that cannot be forgiven, so you can't really mess with them because it's if someone does something, they have to lie in the bed, and they've made the bed, you got to lie in it. Do you know what I mean? I don't shit on people, bro. Never have, never will. Do you know what I mean? So that's probably one of the main things. Do you know what I mean? But to be honest, Birmingham's got a real good buzz about it at the minute. Do you know what I mean? And I think people are going to be slamming their heads together and bring it for Birmingham, and I'm going to be one of them. Do you know what I mean? I'm going to be one of them major key players. And I have got a good set of team around me anyway, so do you know what I mean? We will be seeing more.
We interviewed, was it Deps' mum, Ali Co? Do you know Ali Co?
Yeah, I know Ali.
She does a lot of knife crime.
Yeah, she's a lovely woman, to be honest.
Hard what happened to him though, innit?
Yeah, man. She's one of Jay's best mates. I think it's Jay's best mate, to be honest.
Yeah, he was, weren't he?
Yeah, I used to live to. I didn't know him, I didn't, but I listened to his music. He's one of my favourites, to be honest.
Was you a grime kid then? Did you like your grime music?
Nah, more rapper, I like rapping now.
What? Brum rap, UK rap or American rap?
American, but then I like the gigs and that, and I do like the UK as well. Do you know what I mean? I weren't like the biggest grime, but there's certain ones like. Some ones I like, do you know what I mean? Yeah. I rate it, do you know? It's when it's done in front of me and that, I like it. I can get off on when people are playing the guitars and then your man starts MCing, your man's a beatboxing, and I like it, do you know what I mean? But yeah, I'm more like a rap kid, really. But I'm not, now I'm old age, it's like soul music and reggae and I'm just chilling. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. What, are you a Birmingham football fan?
Yeah.
Do you ever go down to the game?
Yeah, I go down.
You ever a football hooligan?
Nah, I've always wanted to have a go.
Get in the Zulu mob,
yeah.
Set up a little Shardend faction. Like.
Yeah, there's loads of
though,
lads do it. Yeah, that's what I mean, man.
Innit?
And my best mate's a Villa as well, so it's like, as much as like Villa Blues, hooligans and that, they're all best mates at the end of the day. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? So that's what's funny. Everyone thinks, I don't live for the football hooligan stuff, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was there the once, I got to say it. Say the once now. 2 Millwall have come into the stand. I'm there chilling with my mate and the kids and that. Big ears go, come on, Ginge, come on, let's do them. So what the fuck? What am I going to do that for? Do you know what I mean? So it's all like, it's not really my thing, like, do you know what I mean?
Fair enough, bro, fair enough. We'll, before we go, let's talk about some of these fights then, right? Because I've seen you call a few people out, and obviously it's all strictly just fighting it, like none of these are personal. I'm assuming, like
No, I personally don't like that pro PT because I know that's who you was going to mention, innit?
Well, yeah, I was meant to go on a TV program called Banged Up, and I turned it down. I'd done the medical, everything, and it just didn't happen last minute. Yeah. I felt funny about it. I was scared how it would be portrayed, and I watched the program, and I thought it was just how I expected it to be.
Yeah.
It was embarrassing.
So I haven't even watched it because his mug's on it. Do you know what I mean? So shout out to everyone else.
I haven't watched. Don't think I watched the full episode. I've seen the clips. The guy he ain't my cup of tea.
That's
at
it. But basically, it'd be a good fight. It's not like I'm gonna fucking whitewash the geezer. Do you know what I mean? I'm like, he's got a big following. I've got a big following. And this was before he went on that TV program. He just like, I want 6 figures and that. Like, just pretends that I don't exist and that. But all of them. But that HS geezer who's doing it all now. He was blagging it on a live, going, he's basically he's fucking done stuff with kids.
Who have?
This HS geezer.
Said who has?
He did. So he's got people in this live, but it's all a blag. Do you know what I'm saying? But he's blagged me. So I'm like, this fucking nonce cunt. Who does that anyway? Basically, if I go into more details, I'll go into more details. So he's on a live.
HS,
Yeah, he's on a live now. And there's loads of people going, don't tell me about your court thing and that.
No, I've heard that, yeah.
So then basically, I can't tell you about the court. And he's got there on live. He's like, what it is. She told me she was 15, but really she was 13 or something like that. But I've got kids that age.
Yeah, it's not
so
funny.
I'm like, you fucking nonce cunt, like, do you know what I mean?
You went in on him, did you?
Yeah, went in on him. And then basically fucking, he seen it and that. I said, you were fucking nonce. He just looked, I can't remember what he replied. It was like a laugh or something. Thought you fucking cheeky cunt, no. But that was it. And obviously, I'm Ginge from Shardend, so I'm apologising. That's the best you're gonna get. I know who's blagging it, but who blags that type of shit? Do you know what I mean? Who pretends they're a nonce, bro?
It's next generation, bro.
Yeah. So that's what it was. He just bit to me, but yeah, he's quite good at doing what he's doing, and he's building up their followings and that. So I ain't gonna hate on no one. Do you know what I mean? Fair play, but don't go on like I don't exist, mate. Because Pro PT, I want to fight you, bro. And I personally don't like you. Do you know what I mean? Don't throw out 6 figures like you were making 6 figures selling your perfume. Probably doing well off it. But his perfume be lasting longer in the ring than him if he got in the ring with me. You know what I mean? So yeah. And I can sell a fight, bro. Do you know what I mean? And fucking look at him put the suit on. Do you know what I mean? But yeah.
Yo, what's he got? He got a perfume, man, have he? Yeah, is that what he does?
I think so, yeah, that's what I've seen. But he just blanks me now, so I feel like a bit of a cunt even bringing him up, like, do you know what I mean? Yeah. But yeah, that fight could happen. Do you know what I mean?
I think he maybe,
he wants 6 figures though, bro.
Well, maybe because he knows he's getting outed for 6 figures, isn't it?
But it's a good fight. It's not like I'm coming over like a bully and that, bro. Do you know what I mean?
He's a big lump, isn't he?
Fucking hell, he's a fitness freak. There's me. I've got a big belly on me. Just about get to the gym.
That is AJ versus Tyson in the lower rounds.
Oh, that's what it is. I'm a big fan of Fury, innit? Do you know what I mean? Yeah. So he kind of gives me a lot of confidence, you know. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, you give me a lot of confidence, bro, to be honest. And Tyson, obviously. Yeah. But seeing you, like, bro, it's...
No, that's what I mean. Everyone thinks that Tyson's the only hard fat geezer. Listen, I'm here as well, mate. You know what I mean? Forget you and your muscles, mate. I'll get my belly out and do ya.
So you fought that Bash, did you, Ed?
Yeah, man. He's a gentleman, he is, mate. He's mate, get him on, man. I'm telling you now. He is a genuine bloke. People rip the piss
out of him, don't he? Because he's always fighting and getting outed and all that.
Bro, yeah, but no one can do what he does. You tell me he goes over on his own to Germany, into the ghetto, yeah, and has a fucking no-rules fight. If you were to call, you want to fucking have kahunas, bro. He's the one who's got the biggest balls there is, and when I've met him and that, he's just such a genuine, proper geezer. I love the bloke, honestly, I love the bloke, mate. Can't beat them people, mate. No fear. Gets in there, does his thing, mate, and he's gone big from it.
Yeah, did you see the one where he got in the thing and just went bam bam and just knocks the kid out?
Oh no, I can't condone that kind of stuff.
Bad.
But yeah, but
did you see it though? Yeah,
shit happens, doesn't it? Do you know what I mean?
Quick hands, I was though. Like he didn't know anything. The guy.
He's a proper good geezer, man. Yeah. And his missus and that, they've just got married and that. He invited me down, man, but because I got the calf and that, I got no money, man, like that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
I wish I had the spare 500 quid to just go. Yeah, I'll have a night down there with the missus.
Where's he living?
Hastings, he's from. But yeah, genuine bloke, mate, genuine.
Ben Knight, is you fighting that Ben Knight kid down here?
This is another thing now. So we've sold tickets.
He's a TikToker, isn't he?
Yeah, so he's a TikToker, and this is the thing now. I don't know when this is going to come out, but it ain't come out yet. Yeah, but basically, that fight ain't going to happen. Do you know what I'm saying? Because he's fighting online now for free. I don't know what they've blagged him, but he's signed a contract or they've sent a freaking bullshit contract saying that he can't fight on any other show. You get me?
Well, who's he fighting on?
Because he's signed up with all that sort of stuff with HS and that, you get me? So it's probably a fake fucking contract, bro, because why would you sign up? Because this is what I've got to say. You've signed a contract for 2 years. Where's your money, bro? Do you know what I mean? Have you been paid to sign that 2-month contract? Or have you been blagged to say you're going to get on Misfits? Do you know what I'm saying, bro? And I don't want to come across like that. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I would have earned a good few quid.
Where's he from then? He's from
Telford or something. I don't really know him now. He seems like a nice kid and that good kid.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I'm a bit pissed off because I'm selling tickets. I got people coming all the way from Derby, grabbing tickets off me, bro, for this. Do you know what I'm saying? And then that's foul through. It's not foul through because I'll still turn up and fight, but you don't know who I'm going to fight yet. Do you know what I mean? It's just a shame on the promoter. He's gone into a long effort to even get it sorted. So yeah, Ben Knight, you're a ballon, mate, and you're a shithouse. Same with Pro PT. Do you know what I mean? All of yours, man, just sound. I don't even want to talk about.
Do you think it's a bit of? Oh, okay, he's from Telford. I get that, but I feel like it is a bit of that. Like same with the music scene back in the day. In this year now, it's like that London scene of those ones.
Always has been though, hasn't it?
Just them, like, do you know what I mean? In a little bubble.
To be honest, you know what happens though? When lads do stuff inside, say like you do something now, yeah, and say someone else does it after you in London, it looks like they've started it.
Yeah, of course.
Do you know what I mean?
Course.
And I think with that's kind of happened with the boxing scene.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Yeah, they've got their own twist to it and their own different people or identity.
they've only
But to
recently
be
been
honest,
doing
I'll
it.
be honest, man. Only the real ones know.
You've been doing it longer than fucking some of them London ones,
Yeah,
bro.
but the real people know any. Like none of this boxing thing was going on the Instagram until I was calling people. I'll show you back in 2019. I'm on Instagram going, anyone over 15 stone, do you want it? Next thing you know, got the whole world again after me. It was great, and then me and Bowser, I built up a whole card in the prison nightclub. Do you know what I mean? And we got all the heavies who was calling me out, got them to fight each other. Do you know what I mean?
Makes sense.
From
Yeah. That's what I mean. It all started. There you go. There you go, bro. But then if London touch something, because of however they do it well, bro.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So there's no hey, I'm doing my own thing. I'm doing well, bro. You know what I mean? Could be doing a lot less. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, I'm still going through my plans. I want to try and do a couple of events this year and raise some money, man.
Who would you like to fight?
Anyone who would make me money, you know. Anyone. I'm not scared of anyone to lose money, but I don't want to be fighting this big hard geezer off the fucking local street, to fucking just have an hard fight, bro. Do you know what I mean? I want someone. I'll fight a big hard geezer knowing between us both, we're going to make some dough. Do you know what I mean? So there's no one really out there. I want to fight Pro PT. I'll fight anyone with a big fucking name and I can earn some money from, like. Do you know what I mean? I don't want to call out KSI now. I'm just not at their levels. But I would fight anyone to make some decent money. Do you know what I mean? But I know I can bring the money. So it's not like I'm going to be there, give me $5 grand. I don't want to go up to you, mate. Come to Birmingham.
I'm confused why that Pro PT saying 6-figure deals and
Just
all
don't
that.
want the fight, mate. Fight anyone who can't fight.
Yeah, and so you're getting 6 figures for them.
This is the problem.
What?
Can't even fight himself.
But that's the reason, because he's a shithouse of a person. I don't care.
6 figures,
I
man.
don't care if I win, lose or draw.
You're a
But I don't want to
TikToker, bro.
lose. I don't want to lose. To a local hard geezer around the corner. But it's not making me any financial
No,
success.
exactly. You
know
want to
what
put
I
on a
mean?
good show,
Yeah.
make a bit of money,
do
do it for a good cause,
Yeah,
and get it
man.
on.
And come down, bring your coaches and that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, that's it,
Yeah.
really. I don't really want to sit there and go, who would I like to fight? Obviously, Jake Paul. I'd rather fight all of them, innit? I'll fight any man who's got some good money for me, man. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I'm meant to be fighting an army champion in Sierra Leone on the 27th of April. If it happens all night, it happens. But I've been in talks for 2 years. Meant to have happened Christmas. Some madness went on out there. But I'll be going out there to fight on a beach
You're
in
gonna
Sierra
go up
Leone.
there,
Yeah,
you?
of course.
Standard.
Going to fight their army champion, from Hunter's Moon Car Park to Sierra Leone on a beach, mate. Yeah, son. I'm in talks with them now. After it, I'll probably give them a bow. Say, listen, get my visa sorted. Do you know what I mean? I'm coming over and I'm fighting the army champion. I want it. I've spoke about it too much now. Do you know what I mean? But because their infrastructure is not the same as here, do you know what I mean? And it's hard to set up events here. Do you know what I mean?
Would you?
So-
What's the possibility of bringing him here?
That's all they want now, mate. And that's the thing. You can bring him here. You never know if you're going to see him again, do you?
That's true.
Do you know what I mean? Let me get my fight over there done
He
first.
might not even be an army
Do you know
champion.
what
He
I'm
might just be a blagger.
Nah, I don't think it is, man. It ain't, man. It's like the president's
Innit?
involved and everything,
I'll
bro.
come to
Yeah, I've
Sierra
been on their
Leone.
news and everything. They're promoting it on the
What?
news with the yeah. I've been on their news. If I win that fight over there, it'd be like televised on every African channel, bro.
That's mad, mate.
Massive. It's massive out
Brilliant.
there. So I just gotta hope it gets over the line, really.
Well, listen. There's one question I wanna ask you before we do go. What does it take to be a man?
Responsibility and doing what you're responsible for. We've all got as a man, you've got responsibility and responsibilities. And you've got to uphold your responsibilities as a man, no? Do you know what I mean? You don't have to be financial. Do you know what I mean? A lot of things for me to make me a man is just waking up with my kids, bro, every day. Do you know what I mean? I like that. The little things. I've gone and got an allotment. I'm like an old bloke, bro. Do you know what I mean? I've lived my younger life. I'm that old man now. Do you know what I mean? I'm an old man now. Got my allotment, got my little calf. If it all ticks over running. Don't want much in life on a little camper van, couple of holidays abroad. I'll fight abroad just to have an holiday. Yeah, anywhere in the world, give me a couple of grand, yeah. I'll fly my family out, come over, I'll have straighteners in anywhere in the world, bro. Do you know what I mean? Just for an holiday, like. Know what I'm saying? So there is stuff in the pot. I don't want to talk about things just in case it don't happen. I don't like doing it. But yeah, I've been in talks with the Africans, got other talks in other places. Like, even if people in Dubai want to see, I don't mind. Misfits are probably not big enough to go on there. I don't know what it is.
Don't say shit.
Do you know
like
what
that,
I mean? But this is what the thing is.
Where are they, bro?
I've got this.
Don't sell yourself short, Ginge.
Yeah. But the thing is, because what it is, we live in a world of followers.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter what you do.
It doesn't matter if you're the real deal. It doesn't matter if you're the real deal.
Yeah,
if you haven't got that followers, yeah.
I can go anywhere, yeah, and people recognise me, and that's anywhere in the country, mainly, yeah. People know who I am, but that don't necessarily mean that they're following me. Yeah. I can do 100 tickets on my own area. I have 200 tickets, yeah. And none of them are following me on fucking Instagram.
Yeah, that's
Do you know what I mean? Like, just because I've got 500,000, like, I've got millions of people who know who I am, but they're not following my page, you know what I'm saying?
I agree.
So I've got weight, and they're just looking at these numbers. Like,
a lot of these people buy fake followers anyway, bro.
Yeah, all mine's organic, not one paid promotion. So yeah, that's me, bro, you know what I mean?
One thing I would say is not everyone's like their brains tick like you in the sense of, okay, you haven't got your qualifications, but you've got a business mind. You know, like you said, you get sponsors for people. You know, if you wanted a holiday, you'll use it as a fight. You know, people don't think like that if they're in a position like you are. What would you say to someone out there who's struggling right now, maybe, you know, in their 20s, they're not working? Like, what advice would you give them to get on the right track?
The start. But what really helps me is like training. You know, now if I don't get up and train in the morning with my mates, yeah, I'm in a bad mood. Like, it really, and after a week, I'm just down. I'm in the dumps. I'm just fighting it like every other cunt, bruv. Do you know what I mean? We're all here. But the thing what helps me is going up training, linking my mates and training. Everyone thinks, oh, you're going with your mates and that. Like, oh, no, listen, we're training. We're all building at each other. We're all building each other. And it helps each other grow, do you know what I mean? So one thing, if you're sitting there, go for a run, man. Just train. And it just does something for your endorphins. It makes you better. Like, if I just get up at 6 a.m, yeah, and just kill myself, like, as in a big run or go training, or go wash, shower, get to the cafe. I've had a great day. How are you? Is you all right? Yeah. When I'm there, and I've just got up. Oh, I've got to go to the cafe. Do you know what I mean? Routine, as in, you know, just work on yourself. Do you know what I mean? Because if you don't look after yourself, ain't no one looking after you, bruv. No one's coming to save you. No one's coming to save you, mate. You can only save yourself, like, do you know what I mean? There's only so much. You can't, what's the saying, man? You can take a horse to water, but you can't make him drink it. Do you know what I mean? So just tell yourself, like, do you know what I mean? Just tell yourself, just go and do it. And you got to get stuff done, write things down and tick them off. I'm telling people this, I need to do it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, no one's got the answer.
Yeah. But
it's nice to hear your version.
Yeah. My version is build yourself, work on yourself, because no one ain't coming here and handing anything to you. Do you know what I mean? You could be working every day, working really hard, and nothing's coming your way. Something might give off. Do you know what I mean? I'm still going, and like I'm glad I'm here on one of the biggest, bestest podcasts there is at the minute, bruv. Do you know what I mean? So I'm very grateful of this opportunity.
Oh, no.
Do you know what I'm saying? Nah, straight up, bro.
It's been a fucking pleasure, mate. Honestly, it really has, mate.
Yeah, but like, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm very grateful of this opportunity, brother.
Yeah, anytime, bro. Honestly, man. You touch people, bro, in not a strange way, obviously, but you know, no, bro, you speak to people, bro. Like, I mean, you hit their hearts and like, and it's because you're so genuine. I think that's what it is. It's what you see is what you get. From what I've met of you today, It's exactly what it says on the tin on social media, which a lot of people ain't like that, are they? What they are on social media is not what they're like in real life. But clearly, well...
Obviously, you don't only get certain bits on there, do you know what I mean? You don't get the down days all the time, do you know what I mean? I try to, but it's I ain't in the mood, mate, so you're not getting anything, do you know what I mean?
What we should do, right, as well, I thought about one day is just do a month of just upload, like if people upload their best times, just upload your shittest times.
100%. I have
whether
done
that's waking up feeling like shit, whether that's being sick, whether that's just had an argument.
I've done a few before, man. I can't remember what happened. Cars broke, it's raining. But look, I've grabbed an apple off a tree, like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, sometimes I enjoy the rainy weather now. That's weird. Like, I'll put myself in cold water, cold showers. Like, I'm stuck in the rain. I'll enjoy it because you got to enjoy these certain times to enjoy the others. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, everything can be down and out. I think it's a lot psychologically with yourself. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? But training for me, if I don't train and that, and I'll, do you know what I mean? And then, like, giving yourself a few months of training, solid, looking after yourself, you're in a different position. Do you know what I mean?
I've done a month and a half now and I've lost half a stone. And
Fair
I feel
play
good
to you,
about
bro.
it, man,
And just stay at it. Yeah. And when you stick at it and stay at it, let's just say in 6 months, a year's time, and you say to me, how do you feel now? Do you know what I mean? And you're like, fucking, just stay at it. It's consistency, man. I fall off all the time. All the time I fall off. Like, I was doing all right until January.
Well, I had my first one of them you just said then. You know when you don't go for a day or two and then it's a week and you feel like... I had my first... I don't do weekends because I work in town, so I have the gym in town. I don't do weekends, I feel guilty then. Yeah. But this time I didn't do the weekends and I didn't do Monday or Tuesday. Yeah. I felt like shit. Yeah. I felt moody. I felt aggy. I just felt horrible, bro.
But this is the thing now. It's like you can't always get to the gym. You can't always get there and stuff like that. But what you've got to do, you can't always rely on a gym partner. No. So don't rely on your mate to come because sometimes he might not come.
Don't rely on the actual gym. Go and do a run around your fucking...
Go and do a run, do some press-ups, do some sit-ups, burpees, you know what I mean? Like, do that kind of stuff. Even if you do 10 minutes, 15... Say you do 20 minutes, he will give you that endorphin that you've done a bit.
Yeah.
So that you can carry on the rest of your day happy and good, like...
What we do with all our guests, Ginge, is we ask them to leave us with a message, whether that's a positive message, whether that's a message to someone, just give it to them down the camera to see it off.
Birmingham City Council, I'm not against you. Let's sit down on the table and let's get these youth clubs on the area, get the football teams, and let's get an amateur boxing club over the line. I've got a massive following. I can help you just as much as you can help me. I just need that go ahead. Do you know what I mean? I need the help.
Sorry, I need to just jump in here. I swear I saw something the other day that Birmingham City Council's gone bankrupt.
Yeah. But this is the thing. There's no one... it's all gone tits up, mate, to be honest. And no one knows where they are. I don't even think the council know where they are. And what happens is, I think this kind of stuff happened in Liverpool. Not too sure, because I don't really know too much. But basically, it all gets sold on to private people then.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Because they've got bankrupt in a certain way. Because
we'll buy you out.
It's a business at the end of the day. And whoever's messed up your business, Birmingham City Council, they need to be sorted out.
It does.
You know what I mean? Because it's the people who are going to suffer, the kids are going to suffer, the elderly, the communities are going to suffer. And anyone who wants to phone up and do anything. Mate, I've got Birmingham City Council people messaging me on Instagram, coming down my calf, but they're nothing to do with my area and they're trying to help me. So thank you to them people who are trying to help me. Just need the right people just to help me. Listen, I just want to raise money, bring some money into my own area to make sure certain things will keep going. Like, do you know what I mean? Yeah. Just get some 25-year leases. Or we'll be going for the hundreds if I become councillor. 100-year lease on that building there. It's never going to go.
I think we need some more Ginges, not just from Shardend, but...
Yeah, all over,
all over, brother.
Yeah, I just want to try and spread a bit of positivity and that, do you know what I mean? But I really want to, I want to be known not for the hunter's moon, bro. Do you know what I mean? Like, they're in, like, a bit, like, listen, for what I'm doing, it's like social medias and pirate radio stations what are like having me. Do you know what I mean? Like I've got Brummie Life I need to mention, massive platform in Birmingham, doing the most. Do you know what I mean? He's helped me along the way. Do you know what I mean? And a lot of my mates, Bowser, JK. Do you know what I mean? Like everyone's helped, and there's too many names to mention. Do you know what I mean? So don't get offended if I don't mention it. Hot 92, but. See, like BBC, ITV, the papers and that, no one really wants to... Listen, I'm a young man, young family man, trying to inspire others, represent knives down, gloves up, and you ain't even plugged my calf. You ain't even helped me. But there's other people who get plugged. I got... you ever seen the bleed control kits?
It's the face that fits, brother.
Yeah.
It's the face that fits, bro.
But you know, have you ever seen a bleed control kit?
Yeah.
So...
I know someone who was doing that.
But between me and
Paul
my mate... Yeah, so between me and my mate Jordan... Yeah, between us both, put 8 bleed kits. I got 2 on my own area. And this is another thing people don't realise. I put 1 on a shop, yeah, where I was 14. I was stabbed in the back. Do you know what I'm saying? So I've put a bleed control kit there. I don't really want to talk about that sort of stuff. Do you know what I mean? But it's sentimental, really. But they won't publish it. They won't. You know what I'm saying?
Just
I'm not
bully,
asking now. I don't. Yeah. Just a bully, like I put a bleed control kit there. And one of my bleed control kits got used the other day. I had to go and sort it all out, getting phone calls. No one's heard of anything. But a kid got stabbed the other week, and they've had to use all the bandages out of there. Do you know what I'm saying? Don't know if it was life-threatening or not, but they reckon these bleed control kits, and it's the Dan Baird Foundation, and Lynn lost her son, man. God bless her. Do you know what I mean? And she's the one who got all this together, and it was my mate Nathaniel, NJ host. He's the one who helped me because I didn't know what there was and that. Do you know what I mean? And then my first fight, £1,000, got 2 put on my area. Then my mate Jordan, he's gone and got 8 put, another 6 put around. Mate, for what 3 lads on the estate have done, you should be there should be something to say. Oh, you know what? He's all right. He is at least. You know what I mean? Even a little paragraph. Yeah. I don't want to. Do you know what I mean? But soon they will. Soon they will. You know what I mean?
No, Ginge, honestly, it's been a pleasure, man, having you on, bro. I hope people watch this and really hear the good work you're doing, and hopefully, you know, it can lead to something, like, you know what I mean? But that's what it's all about, isn't it? It's just getting out there and
bringing people together as well. Like there's no sense of community anymore, and that's why I feel like it's rough. Yeah, do you know what I mean? See, years ago there'd be communities with the pubs. Now, if anyone was in trouble, he drinks there, his dad drinks there, so we can sort it out between the community. Yeah. You can have things sorted over phone calls and squash, because that's what used to happen. But when you go around someone's house, you go around his mum's house or his house to knock on where his kids are at, because do you know what I mean? That's when he comes out of the house with tools and it all escalates, because the rules are you don't go around people's houses. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? It's like these unwritten rules,
They've just escalated and deteriorated and now washed. You know, they're gone.
Yeah.
Hopefully we can bring some fucking back, mate, in here, like, you know. Man. And mate, it's been a pleasure. I hope you enjoyed your time, mate. Yeah, I've fucking loved it, mate. Like I says, I'm pleasured, mate. Fucking more than pleasured, mate. Thank you. Shout out to Kudgy for getting involved as well. He'll come on one day. Banged up my broad over there. Shout out to Creamy Greens, man. Yeah, he's like my army sergeant. You get me? He makes me cry every day. Get up, you fat bastard. That's good. He looks all right, but yeah, man. You got to have good friends, man. Yeah. Good friend, Creamy, man. Fucking brought me up here today, bro. You get me? Yes, bro. Do you know what I mean? And he's always there to help me. I got a lot of good friends I need to shout out. Do you know what I mean? But just know, like, I love you. You know what I'm saying? Thank you to anyone who's ever supported me. And we're only just started, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. We'll have you back on when you're counselling. Yeah, man. We'll have you back on when you're counselling and you're about to fight Pro PT. Yeah, man. Wicked. Yo, people, I hope you enjoyed this podcast. I know I did. Leave your comments. Go and give Ginge a follow at Ginge from Shardend on Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, all of it. Yeah, get on him. Give him a follow, people. He's doing a good thing. Thank you very much, brother. My pleasure, like I says, mate. Thank you. Top, man. Stay central. Yeah, man.
The Central Club.